Today we're going to talk about the polish pump and the polish pump assembly on the RTI EcoPRO. We have here an EcoPRO that's been unassembled, and you can look at how to do that in other tutorials. And we're going to just have a look at where the polish pump is. So you have the platen which turns around, the disc sits on that. Okay, as that's turning, there's a shaft that's sitting underneath that there. And then under here we have the clutch assembly. Okay, now as the clutch assembly works by this solenoid here, when it's running it pulls this in. I put a little dot on here so you can see it's an O-ring. Pulls that in up against the shaft, and that's what turns the pump. It means there's only one motor to turn the pump and the platen, which moves the disc. If we have a look just here quickly, this is how it looks inside the machine. We have the clutch here, there's the little dot there, okay, that sits there, there's a little cog. That cog is the one that goes up against the pump, which is inside the machine. Here's your platen, we take that off, here's your platen shaft, and this here sits about there. Okay, sits about there and spins up against that shaft. So sometimes you'll see, if a pump is stalled, you'll see a little groove where the shaft is here. Okay, and for some of you that have had phone fixes, if you get a groove in there to get you going, just briefly you put a bit of sellotape around this part here where the groove is, which will be just a groove just in here, just to make it a little bit thicker, which means it presses up, this O-ring here presses up against it more securely, and then runs the pump briefly until we can get you serviced.